Hi there, everyone. I'm Dr. Jeff Horowitz. I'm with two amazing clinicians and two of my best friends. I'm talking about Dr. Chad Duplantis and Dr. Jennifer Bell. We created this little platform called Dentists in the Know to make the dental world just a little bit smaller, but a whole lot more fun.
How does independent practitioners then leverage their buying power together to lower their overall costs? And groups like ADA are trying to position this in such a way that you can get those same prices that DSOs are leveraging. So it's finding these little niche groups that you can participate in or be a member of. Because if you're not doing that and you're just paying their flat full fare, you're getting screwed.
What they did with ADA, which I think was just brilliant, is they said, how do we get DSO pricing to our customers without making them sell a part of their practice away, which the traditional DSO model for an independent practitioner is selling all or a percentage of their interest in their own company for that right to be able to participate in the group purchasing plan. And so what the four partners that make up ADA, the four distributors that are partnered with ADA, I should say, which is Midwest Dental, Atlanta Dental, Getsy Dental, and Nashville Dental, what they did is they said, how do we take all of our power together and all of our customers together to form a group that can then negotiate pricing with some of the manufacturers better. And in order to do that, there had to be some kind of a group. And they made a brilliant decision to say, hey, we just form a group of our customers. They pay a couple of $100 per year, all inclusive. They don't have to sell us any part of their practice. They don't have to, give up ownership within their practice. And by doing that, now they can work in this group called ADA, which has the ability to negotiate pricing with the manufacturers and then bring that kind of special pricing in. And I mean, you're talking pennies on the dollar of savings when you look at it as just a couple of $100 a year for the vast savings that you get across many categories, not just on your bonding agent, but across laboratory expenses and other services as well.
Yeah, and for those of you listening that don't know what ADA is the American Independent Dental Alliance. Basically, if you look at the United States, you go over to New Mexico, up all the way north, across Oklahoma, through Tennessee, all the way across to North Carolina and down, and it expands even beyond that. All of those states are covered by one of the four distributors that we spoke about. And one of the great, or that Jeff spoke about, but one of the great things that I like is that these are smaller than the distributors that you often think of, but they're large enough to handle all of your needs. And they technically, if you look at it, if you look up ADA Group Dental or ADA Dental Group, just Google it, it's going to come up and it's going to say it's a DSO, but that's not meant that they have a governing, authority over your practice. It's classified as a DSO because they classified themselves as a DSO. Then they got the deeper discounts and they got the better pricing for all of us. So, it's a group that was formed for a number of reasons, purchasing power being just one of them, but also educational for us. And it was a great partnership for the four companies. So I highly encourage you to look into it. And I know that towards the end of the show, we're going to share that we now have a landing page for at least one of the partners of ADA, which is Midwest Dental, which is in my area, in the Texas area and surrounding states. But we have a great landing page with some great pricing for those of you that fall within that area. So
if you look at the number of offices between all four of those dental distributorships, the four that I mentioned, they truly are the largest DSO in the country, and they have some of the best negotiating
Yep.
power. If you think of the biggest one you can think of, like a Heartland or an Aspen or something like that, guess what? Ada is bigger than that when you include all the offices that are
Yep.
members, because it's such a reasonable buy-in at a couple of $100s. And again, this is not to be a commercial for Ada. This is a testimony for me because I joined Ada.
We all are huge believers in Ada, and that's once again AIDA, not ADA. Education, pricing, power for the four companies to be able to offer those things to us. There's a great community of docs. The Aspire 2026, great sense of community, great education. Looking super forward to it. All-inclusive resort. The cost for the resort and for the education is phenomenal. When you're a member of Ada, you have access to a lot of services at a discounted price. And I use a lot of the services that they partnered with, but they are
Like Pearl.
constantly building and adding offerings to the members. Yeah. So I would highly encourage you to at least look into it. And remember, it is a DSO in name only. You still have complete and full autonomy of your practice.
You're not buying your practice.
No, not at all. Not at all. And in the end, you get a rebate check every year, which offsets the cost of the business. So
yeah.
If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to any one of us. We'll try and put the links in the comments. And other than that, have a great night, folks.
Love it. Have a good night, everyone.
Night.
And that wraps up another podcast for Dentists in the Know. On behalf of Dr. Jennifer Bell, Dr. Chad Duplantis, and myself, remember that we've got a great profession, so let's make it a great day, Dinks.